me calling out. You know what I mean? I just don't say, hey, I want to call out today because I don't feel well. But let me just think about if I call. What happens when I call out?
What happens?
You know what happens?
I don't know. Tell me.
So I need to call out 2 hours before my time to go to work.
That's a rule.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Some hotels is 3. We have 2.
Two.
All right. In those 2 hours of
To me, it's excessive to me.
Right. In those 2 hours of me calling out, they have to find somebody that's going to come in and take my shift.
So a manager has to find somebody. So a manager has to do their
Whoever's
job.
there that night
Okay.
has to find somebody, has to make a couple of calls to find somebody to cover my shift.
Okay.
All good,
That's
right?
life.
That's life, right?
Yes.
Now, I've interrupted somebody's day, you know what I mean, with my time off. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because I don't know what they were doing on their day off, you know what I mean, or what
Okay.
they had planned.
That's
for
very
me, you know what I
thoughtful
mean?
of you.
But that's what I'm saying, you know what I
I
mean?
appreciate that.
So with that being said, I have to go into really deep thought of making that day to call, even though I'm going to get paid for it because I have those days. You know
Let's
what I
look at
mean?
it from a different point.
Mm-hmm.
You interrupted somebody else's day so they could make extra money, which would be time and a half. You know what I'm saying? My God, some people like that interruption. You know what I'm saying? So you interrupted somebody's day so they can make time and a half. You know, so they can make some extra money. You know what I'm saying? They might need the money. They might need, you know what I'm saying, the economic stability.
You're right.
You know
You're
what I'm
right.
saying? So they can do something.
You're right.
So you did a dang
You're
on
right.
good deed.
You're right.
Good job.
You're right.
Good job.
But I'm just saying. But like I said, I have to be on death. You know, like
I'm not doing all that,
I'm just
man.
saying.
I don't believe you.
I just can't. You
Sorry,
know,
story.
because I was talking to this guy, this Jewish guy yesterday. He was a really funny guy.
He's funny?
He's like, you got great energy, and we were just talking. I was like, thank you. You know, I was like, you know, if I'm having a bad day, I stay home. You mean I don't need.
If you stay home if you're having a bad day?
If I'm having a bad day,
what's a bad day to you?
A bad day to me is like I can't be around people.
So you can be, but you're not sick.
No, I'm not sick.
But what are sick days used for again?
Sick days. That's a sick day.
I was off today and came in because someone was scared of the snow. But you're right. Extra money was a cool today. Cool.
All right, Lindsay, you made that money. You made that money.
That's what I'm talking about.
But Calvin, no, Cal. But wait.
What's up, Steve-O? What's going on?
Calvin, wait. So, what'd you say to me? You said something. What'd you say?
I don't know, man. You know what I'm saying? You didn't take a sick day.
No,
because
so yeah, a sick day and not.
How about PTO? It's called PTO. Personal time off.
It is a PTO, but personal time off is something you ask you. It's something you also do ahead of time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's also called personal.
It is. But as I was saying, you know what I mean, a sick day and a day that you don't be around people. A day you don't be around people is a sick day.
All right.
Because you gonna hurt. You gonna be sick. Somebody gonna be sick. It ain't gonna be you if you go out those doors and be around people. But with that being said, you know, because people.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
I'm taking off Monday.
As I say, you know,
they don't know it yet, but I'm taking off this Monday.
As we always say, you know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying, Steve?
You gotta know, like, what kind of productivity you'll be putting out into the world. What kind of person are you going to be putting out into the world?
Because I took a sick day off?
No, because you can't. Because some days you can't be around people. You mean some days you need to take some time and just be like, you know what? I can't deal today. You know what I mean? And that day you don't deal with nothing.
I'm going to make sure I won't
you know what I mean?
work with you though. You got 1,000 excuses. I don't got. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, listen, I just don't want to be here.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But if you don't, that's what I'm saying. But if you don't want to be there, don't go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But okay, I'm not going to be there. But don't go there and then it starts choking
4 o'clock in the
out.
morning. 4 o'clock in the morning. I send that text. I'm like, Mike, I ain't coming in today.
Word.
And the thing about it, you know what we do a lot, or you know what we don't have to do from a legal standpoint, as well. We said, well, I'm not coming to work because. Because what?
Because why you?
You don't have to answer that question.
Question.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Why I won't be in today. Why? Personal. That's it.
That's it.
But sometimes, you know, being in my position, people feel the need to explain to me.
Or
and I stop them right there. You don't have to explain it to me.
Yeah.
You know, you really don't.
But a lot of times they don't know either. They don't have to explain.
But I tell them that, and I told this, you know, and I told them, saying my staff this, and they was kind of upset because I said, I'm not here to educate you about your contract. I'm not here to educate you about your union contract. I'm here to enforce it and adhere to it.
Right.
As well. If you have delegates, you have a business agent, and you have union people here to educate you about your contract. I'm here to enforce it and to adhere to it as well. And that's what I'm trying to say. You don't have to explain something to me because I already know what your contract said, and it's illegal for me to ask you why you're not coming in.
Right.
No, state, if you're not even in union, from a state standpoint, like, so why you won't be in today? Because it's a personal day. You know what I'm saying? I need some personal time. And that's it. Because we have PTO as well. And that's the thing about it. We get all up in people's business. And you know what? Because we allow people, we give people that door. We open that door for people and stuff. And we don't need to do all that.
But don't
but
be
the craziest thing.
But don't be up in the club till 4 a.m. on a Friday night. I know you got to work at 7 a.m. in the morning on Saturday, and then you're going to call out because you can't go to work. That's not right.
You're right. See? I'm
right, though. You see the schedule and you know, right, who you working with, being the excuse not to come in the next day. Right. Totally
right about what?
She said, you're right, though. You see that schedule and who you work with, you be thinking of any excuse not to come in the next day. Totally
That's true. Because you know why? Because the chemistry is not
there. The chemistry is not there.
As well. And that's something man, listen, man.
Chemistry is everything at work. It's everything.
It's everything.
It's
you
everything.
I create the chemistry.
Word up.
I make it happen.
Word up.
I'm gonna make it happen. I come in there. Because I'm extroverted. You know, so I come in because everybody knows I'm an extrovert. I come in like, hey. And now that everything is going amazing, I am super extroverted. I am driven. You know what I'm saying?
I tell these girls at work, she's like, I'm not up yet. I haven't had my coffee. I said, well, your eyes open and you walking around, so you better be up now.
I don't understand that. Like when people say that I didn't have my coffee.
Like how
does, you know what I'm saying? I know people that coffee is good, but I'm up already.
I don't drink coffee, so I don't know.
Coffee's good like I'm up.
People
but
say,
you know what I'm saying? Mad, lazy people as well. I know, man.
Just lazy.
All you gotta do is, you know what I'm saying? All you gotta do, I said, you know what I tell them? Levette, I said, listen, I mess your check up.
So this
I tell them straight up, I said, I forget to put a day in.
So this lady.
I get them back on point.
So I had this lady give me a nice compliment today too.
I hear
that was pretty cool. So I have a lot of return guests come to my hotel or whatever. Come to my hotel, not whatever, but they come to my hotel. And I remember a lot of my guests, and I think I have a lot of them staying this week. And she was there meeting someone else, and then she just noticed me, just noticing everybody. She was like, hey, is this a hotel or this a residence? And I was like, no, it's a hotel. She was like, oh, because you seem to know everybody. I was like, yeah, these are my return guests. You know what I mean? This is, I
would love to have a person like you,
dude. It's I don't.
I would love to have a person like you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No, I'm being serious.
No, but and it's funny.
You know why? I was just thinking of an opportunity for you as we was really talking.
Are you serious?
I swear to God, I'm so serious.
It.
You know, because I would love, because we were just talking about that today. It was like, man, Calvin, who do we have? And I said, we really don't have nobody. Everybody is so stale and so complacent, where they're not going the extra mile. You know what I'm saying, for the guests. Let me see what you say, Martino. Even though you're supposed to call out 2 hours before the time you call out, if they
don't find anybody, then they have somebody in the hotel cover you, or they just have nobody.
But you know what I do? Because at the end of the day, Martina, I hear you. You're supposed to call out 2 hours before. Long as you adhere to that rule, the rest is on management. The rest is on me.
Yeah.
You know, either I'm gonna pay somebody overtime, I'm gonna sweet talk, I'm gonna pay him double time for that thing.
I'm gonna do the job
as well. Do the job, but I'm gonna find somebody because at the end of the day, money talks.
Money talks.
I'm like this. Listen, this is a one-time thing only. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting paid $30 an hour today you get paid $60.
Ty is the bestest. Love the brother, although I don't. He don't want to play tennis. I love you too.
Ty is the best. Love the brother. You play Ty? Ty can play some tennis, Camilla.
Yeah.
Ty don't play no tennis.
So wait. What we were saying? God, D.
We was talking. My name is Calvin.
I know
D.
Calvin.
You know what I'm saying? We was talking about people that call out.
Oh no. So she was saying how I knew. Thank you for the comment, and I was telling her thank you for the comment
real, because
too.
You know what? You know what I'm saying? That type of extroverted energy, you know what I'm saying? It's magnetic.
It's magnetic.
It tracks.
So the guy, I think in the service industry that what we do, and there are people that come there once and you'll never see them again. But anybody,
I'm coming back to New York City when I do start. Well, come back to New York City.
Anytime you see somebody more,
we waiting for you.
But more than you can see. Anytime you see somebody more than 2 or 3 times, or you know what I mean. Even a whole year. Let's say a whole year, you see somebody a few times.
He can play Camilla a little bit. Well, he's gonna give me some tennis lessons then.
And I do this
Tom's
on
light
mostly
skin,
on facial recognition, but I also have a book that I created, and I make my notes about my guests and all that come to my hotel, so I can remember them.
I thought you had a real
You know
book.
what I mean? I do. I have a thick.
No,
thick,
book. Like you want to publish.
No, just a book that I write my notes in for me, my personal notes for my guests, so I can get.
Terrell,
to know
how
them.
we doing?
And also try to spread it around so people can get, try to make faces.
Welcome to Reality Sucks.
Make so they can see people too. You know what I mean? But and I get more pleasure out of their excitement to see me. You know what I mean? Because I'm excited when I see the names on the arrival when they come in. When I'm there, I'm excited to see them.
Can I ask you a question though? And I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
I really don't know the answer. Enlighten me. We on live TV.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you excited?
Because I'm passionate. I love what I do. You know what I mean? So that's the number one thing right there. But then because the interaction, they're just as much excited to see me and hear about my life as I am more about them. You know what I mean? Because I make it about them when I see them. Like, how is your kids? How is your wife? How's what you been up to? Have you been traveling? You know what I mean? And then they'll throw in the question in there, like, hey. And sometimes I'll just skip over it about how I'm feeling, and I'll just go into that.
Martina, I definitely got you in mind.
But a lot of times they really want to know.
You.
Like, I was talking to one guest today, and he was telling me about him going to Burning Man, and we got to all this stuff that we were talking about. And and sometimes you don't get to know those things, and you would. And
Real talk.
When I see this guy, he's the kind of quietest. He's very humble. He talks. We have conversations, and lately they've been getting more lengthier. But with that being said, he kind of opened up today about something. He goes to Burning Man, and how And I was just like, dude, I never would have thought in a million years. You know what I mean? As you were saying, you can never perceive somebody if you don't talk to them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was a great to go back to what we were talking
about
earlier.
I'm thinking right now?
But
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking as a front desk supervisor. You know what I'm saying? In management.
Yeah.
As well. No, I'm being serious. I'm just thinking about it.
Yeah.
Mike said, he said, Calvin, you got somebody? I said, we don't have nobody.
Yeah.
That we can mold and train as well.
That's crazy. But with that being said,
I'm so confused about what happened.
But I do love what I do, and it's all about what you put out there. It's all about what you put out there. And like I said, you know what I mean? I keep, and I want to keep saying it because you can't.
Man, you have to love what you do by the customers. Yep. Keep going. You know what I'm saying? Motivate. But okay.
And like I always tell people, your personality, the person that you are, is what they're gonna like. They're not gonna like anything besides entertainment and orchestra or so you do consider hospitality. I do consider.
I agree with that.
So my friend is asked.
You're right, Camilla.
So
you're
you consider
100%
hospitality as an entertainment or as an orchestra?
Are you there performance?
Yes, but with that being said, as a performance, it is a performance, but it's not.
I'm gonna say it this way: we're always on stage.
There's no script.
We're always on stage,
but there's no script.
There's no script, but we're always on stage. We're
yes.
always on stage,
Yes.
and anything we do, we're always on stage.
And it's always good to make a good impression.
Because for guests, customers, and people, you know what I'm saying, that we manage are always looking to us perform, because they're always looking to us for idea. They're always looking to us for, you know what I'm saying, for the next, you know what I'm saying,
for the next new position, the next new whatever.
Yes.
So you're always in the conversation.
I agree with that. So yes, we're always on stage. So if I'm on stage, that means I gotta perform. If I perform, that means I got an audience.
But also,
so if I got an audience, that means they're watching.
But it also feels good for people that when you're doing your job, for people to give you feedback, personal feedback to your face. You know what I mean? Rather than saying, "Hey, you're doing a good job here." You love what you. I can tell that you love what you know what I mean. That's also, and that's why I said people do. Go to work and do your job to the best of your ability, because you never know who's watching and who's going to give you that compliment. Because sometimes all we need to give us that boost is somebody to say, "Hey, I can tell you enjoy what you do. I'm grateful for what you do."
Facts.
You know what I mean?
I agree with you, Martina.
Because positive energy is my motivation.
It is.
That's what it is. You know what I mean? So
some people are addicted to negativity.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. That I'm like, how is that possible?
Not addicted. Listen to negativity is a new drug.
Yeah.
It's not I'm addicted to alcohol. It's not I'm addicted to drugs. It's I'm addicted to negativity. You wake up in the morning and you're just negative. Instead of waking up in the morning and be grateful, you wake up in the morning and be hateful. at the end of the day. But sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we miss our blessings, you know what I'm saying, because we don't look for it. And sometimes we don't even have to look for it. Just open our eyes.
Open your eyes, it's right there in front of you.
It's a blessing.
Right there
But
in front of
sometimes we
you.
are so consumed by today's world because today's world bombards us with so many things and pressurize and put us down and pressurize us so well. And I talked about this last week. Every day we have to have a new scenario. Today we was good. Tomorrow we're great. You know what I'm saying? The next day we're amazing. After that we're fantastic. But ain't good just being good? Because good means to be complete and nothing missing. Everything is in completion. So how do you want to be better than something that is complete?
Right.
As well. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. Oh, it's Martina. Oh, you're talking on time. My bad.
That's true. But that's true, though.
What she said? What Carmelo saying? Laugh out loud. Yeah, laugh out loud.
But yes,
you know
I mean, but, you know.
I'm talking about live life out loud. You know what I mean, Carmelo?
But that's the whole thing. You know what I mean? It's all about you being positive and putting yourself out there.
It don't rain every day.
It doesn't rain every day. It
If
can't.
it rain every day, I'm gonna get you an umbrella.
We might as well get us boats.
A rain
too.
suit.
And boats too.
Cause you about to sing. You need some galoshes or something.
It's crazy.
You remember galoshes? Remember galoshes? That's not even. I don't even think that people do. Do you have a list
Of not to do's when experiencing. So
What she said?
you have a list of things not do's when experiencing hospitality.
I got a list, but you want me to give it to you right
I
now?
mean, there
is a list. There is do's and don'ts.
So I don't have do's and don'ts.
You
because
do. You do. It's unwritten.
Well, yeah. But what I'm
But it's a
saying is,
list, but it's unwritten. Okay, let's do it right now. I come and I'm having a bad day. What do you do?
hi, how are you?
You know what I'm saying?
How can I give you some water?
Listen, I just came off the red eye flight. My room is not ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm having a turbo experience. You know what I'm saying? I had a rocky ride. I had a choppy ride and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? What do you say to me?
I'm so sorry that you had a really bad experience on your way here. But now that you're here, we're going to do the best that we can to make that better.
So something like that. So what you're doing is you're going to take certain words that I've said and you want to mirror that back in front of me. So basically, those certain words that I just said, I said I had a bad day. He took what I had a bad day. I'm sorry for you having a bad day as well. But whatever he's going to say at the end of that day, he's going to actually spin the gas. And what we need to do is be able to spin a situation as well. We need to be out, instead of being fire starters, we need to be putting out fires. And how we spin the gas, at that time, you mirror some things they say. So if you listen and be attentive to what they say, at the end of the day, you just rehearse, because I want to hear my words back to me at times. And that's what we do.
Because doing nothing is the worst.
and everything.
Y'all said you said y'all are live and everything improv. We did. We just did. She said she wants to improv and we just improv. She said y'all live and everything, so just improv.
Yeah, but that's what we do.
Because her question
We just
was,
did it.
Right, we just did it.
Camilla,
but
are you not paying attention?
But with that,
You're live with us.
But wait.
So basically, at the end of the day, we want to mirror what we just
Yes.
did. You want to mirror what
And
what
it's
you're
all
doing.
about doing something, because you can't.
You have to
can't
be
do
empathetic.
nothing. You can't do right. You can't do nothing. Like I had it. So today, this morning, it was cold, and it's been
That's
cold
true. You have
for
to be
a
a
long
people
time.
person to work in hospitality.
So we have.
I don't know if you want to work in a mailroom.
One of my return guests came down, and a couple of people came down and said they weren't getting no hot water, and they had to almost say cold showers. And we had a couple of guests coming down, and one guest, this English guy, he kind of went off.
I'm gonna start charging you though.
He was like, well, when I called down, you didn't offer me any other options.
Exactly.
And I was like, God, you guys, I don't think people understand. Like, if I'm in a hotel for business and I wake up in the morning and there's no cold water and I have a meeting, no hot water, and I have a meeting, somebody got to figure out something.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And he said, he came down and he's like, I had to tell you what I could have done. You know what I mean? Rather than you doing something. You know what I mean? You basically just did nothing. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I'm just like, oh man, you guys missed the opportunity to actually do something.
That's the key word.
I mean, you can
That's
stand up.
beautiful.
Because
You
a lot
see,
of times
he's
those things-
impromping right now.
Because those things.
Can I just touch what you said?
Yeah.
They missed the opportunity to do something.
do something.
That's the key thing. We miss opportunities
And it's not
to
about
be a help.
And it's not about actually really physically doing something. It's just about giving them another option or making them feel better about the situation. Because most people just want to feel better. You don't even have to do anything. Well, just another nice word or something. Just make them calm down. Because once they calm down, then they realize that the situation is not as bad as it really is.
And that's what
then they'll let it go. You know what I mean? It's just about that. And I think if we decide to use our brain a little more and try to go the extra mile to solve the issue or the problem, not solve it, but do the best you can with it, because you're not the manager or whatever. Do the best you can with the situation, and then move it on to the person that can take care of it. Because as I said, the one thing that person's gonna remember is the person that helped him that morning. I mean, we don't care what you're going to do for me now. I just want to let you know this person didn't help me that morning. And when I should have been helped, because I had whatever else to go on that day. You know what I mean?
And I agree with you because, you know what I'm saying, because hospitality, you know what I'm saying, we have lost the key word. We have lost being, you know what I'm saying, human. Humanity has lost being human. At the end of the day, and hospitality, you know what I'm saying, needs that back. Yeah. And us working at hospitality at this, you know what I'm saying, this late in the game as well, we need to know how to be empathetic. We need to know how to understand, and we need to listen attentively. We need to be slow to speak. We need to be slow to speak and quick to listen. A lot of us don't do that. That's even in marriages, relationships, and anything you do. Because sometimes, because we're older, we think we know everything. But you have to fall back and say, you know what I'm saying, what can you learn today? As well. Don't always think you have the answer. Because if you have the answer all the time, man, you need to be somewhere else as well. Because I don't have the answer. Because you could be right, but sometimes you could be sincere of your being right, but you could be sincerely wrong. And that's just how I see it.
So I'm gonna give you another situation where this is happening. So this lady comes out of her taxi one day. She's frantic because she lost the iPad. She has a really important meeting coming up. You know what I mean? And she gets out in front of my hotel. And she's like, I need some help. I lost my iPad and this and that, and I need a copy of this thing. And I was like, just take a moment, take a deep breath. You know what I mean? Calm down. I'm going to see what I can do for you. You know what I mean? She comes in.
You got a soothing voice now?
You know what I mean? I was just like, because she was going crazy. And,
exactly.
Me getting crazier than her was just going to make the situation
Juanita, how you doing?
So I was like, hey, let me see if I can help you. And she's like, okay, I need this printed out. So after doing that, this was about 2 or 3 years ago. The girl that was working at the time was like, I don't know why you helped her. I was like, well, because she needed help, and I just want to know if the shoe was on the other foot. When you want somebody to help you,
and that's people, and that's what you just said. They miss opportunities.
Missed opportunities. So this lady took my card, and she was like, I want to do something nice for you. And I was like, don't worry. You know what I mean? She was like, I want to know your favorite restaurants to go to, and these 2 restaurants I love that I love to go to. She's like, I want to see. So I was like, no, it wasn't about that. It was about me helping you because you needed help. And I don't know what kind of meeting you had. I don't know how your day would have went without this meeting or what I don't know what was going on, but I just needed the help. So a few weeks later, she sends me a card. She comes back by, and she brings me 2 gift cards to my favorite restaurants. And just out of me being genuine and kind to her.
Because you're not looking for that.
Because I was looking for that. It was just about her having a bad day. Because like I said, sometimes you want somebody to do the same thing for you. And that's what we go back to karma. Because karma, nobody really understands that word, I don't believe. But karma is a strong, powerful word. And if you don't believe in it, you got another thing coming.
It'll make you believe it? That's what you're saying?
Karma is something.
Do you think so?
Karma is something else.
Okay.
I'm telling you, karma is something. And the funny part is, it always comes when you least expect it. That's the thing, because you don't know why this is happening to you.
What's going on, Juanita? How you doing, lovely?
Because you don't know why this happened to you. But if you go back and think about the things you have done, or the things that you might have had an inkling of you done bad, you know what I mean, or you done to somebody else that was wrong, it'll all come back. You know what I mean? And you're like, so this is why this has happened to me. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times you get mad at stuff that's happening to you, but you don't know why it's happening. And if you look a little further and deeper, the answer is always, it's kind of there.
I hear you. I don't know.
You know?
I think so, and I think not.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. I'm not sold on it yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like in the middle.
Question. Yeah. Do you believe in giving your kids medication? That's nothing I want to talk about.
Do I believe in giving my kids medication?
Like,
I believe in it, but they don't believe in taking it all the time.
No, I'm talking about medication I'm talking about like
Tylenol?
No.
What kind of medication?
Like special medication, like medication for your child being depressed or your child.
No.
Okay, so
No, hell no. No. I don't agree with that. I agree with you, but to piggyback on that, I also believe that you can relate to your coworkers because, as one point before you become a manager, you had to deal with the same issues. That's true. That's where I'm at.
He was saying a few minutes ago when he said you got to be empathetic.
That's exactly.
Or no, the new word is compassion.
That's exactly correct. Now, that's what people don't understand. Like, I didn't go from a school to become, you know what I'm saying, a director, operation, you know what I'm saying, an operation manager or nothing like that. But I actually started from a houseman. I went from a houseman. I've been a front desk agent. I've been a doorman. I've been a supervisor.
But you work hard, manager. And that was a goal that you had, and that's why you got there.
You know what the goal that I had? I'm not trying to be funny.
No, yeah.
More money.
No. That was
my goal.
At the time, yes.
That was my goal. It wasn't to be, you know what I'm saying, up there just to have it. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted more money at the time. Yeah. And that seemed like the right way to go get it. Yeah. Instead of out here, what the new word is out here trapping. As well as that. I'm like, man, you keep trapping, you won't go to jail. They gonna trap you. You know what I'm saying? In the exit. So yeah, they gonna trap you in the exit. You know
Cal is crazy.
You know, for real.
Cal took me out. He took me out.
But yeah,
took me out.
Know?
I can't.
No, you trapping, all right? They gonna trap you in the bathroom somewhere. You gonna find out how much you trapping.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, because there was this. I had one of my guests tell me. He was telling me about he was on the phone with his friend for like an hour about his 10-year-old son that wanted to commit suicide.
Oh wow!
And I was like, how is that possible?
Like, the medication?
No, I don't even know if he was on it or he was depressed or something like that. But I'm like, I don't understand.
Well, we want to shout out to Mika out there from Punta Cana. She's out there watching us. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, it was crazy.
So shout out to Mika out there in Punta Cana. I can't wait to you to come back. Yeah, she might. I'm supposed to be out there with her.
Punta Cana.
Yeah, she out there in DR. You know what I'm saying? Doing big things out there. Yeah, Punta Cana. You know what I'm saying? So I'm supposed to went out there with her yesterday. You know, we did plan the trip, but I said, you know what I'm saying, I fell back a little bit. But, you know what I'm saying, I should have went out there, you know what I'm saying, me, you know, should have went out there. But, you know, baby, enjoy your day. I'll see when you come back. That's all I can say.
So I came across this thing today about Martin Luther King. Did you know that he was stabbed before he was shot?
No, I know he was stabbed.
And almost died.
He was stabbed first.
He was stabbed before. He was stabbed 7 years prior to him being killed.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, 8 years. He died.
He was stabbed.
He was murdered in 1969, right? 1967.
I know he was hit with some bricks.
1967, because we had a 50th anniversary last year. Yeah, 1967. So, in 1960, a black woman came up to him and asked him, "Are you Martin Luther King?" And he said yes. And she kind of pounded him. He found this pounding on his chest. And when she took his hand away, there was a knife on him.
Y'all internationally known, brothers. That's right. We internationally known.
And they rushed to the hospital. And the reason, the moral to the story, because he was stabbed in his aorta, and aorta is your most important artery in your heart. Mm-hmm. And if they would have pulled his knife out, he would have died right there on the spot.
Exactly.
But they said in the thing, if he had sneezed, I guess the doctor told him that if he had happened to sneeze, he would have died right there on the spot.
Okay.
So he, all these letters in about this about him almost dying, and he got one from the president. He didn't remember this one. He got one from the governor of New York. It happened all in New York City.
Okay.
And he got one from the governor of New York, and he didn't really remember that. But then he got this one from this 9-year-old girl. And it said,
Plus your show is dope. Thank you. We appreciate you, Martina. We appreciate that, man. We appreciate the love. He said the show was dope.
It came from a little girl that said simply to Dr. King, while it should not matter, but I like to mention I'm a white girl. I'm simply writing you the letter to say, I'm writing to say that I'm so happy that you didn't sneeze that day when you got stabbed. And I want to say tonight that I'm glad I didn't sneeze. And that's what he goes on to say. Because if I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been around for the 1960s, for the Selma, for the Alabama March. And also, if I would have sneezed, I wouldn't be able to stage a sit-in for the lunch counters in Alabama. I knew as they were sitting in, they were standing up to invest in the American dream. If I had sneezed that day, I wouldn't have been around for the 1961 when they decided to take a ride for freedom and ended. And he says if I would have sneezed, I wouldn't be here for 1962 when the Negroes in all of Georgia decided to straighten their backs up. Whenever men and women straighten up their backs, They're going somewhere as a man.
That's a speech right there.
And can't lodge a back unless it is bent. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been in 1963 when the black people in Birmingham, Alabama raised up the conscience of the nation, brought in the Civil Rights Bill. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have had a chance later that year in August to try and tell America about a dream I had. If I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been in Selma, Alabama to see the government there, see the great movement there. If I had 1968, if I had sneezed, I wouldn't have been in Memphis for our community to rise up around the mothers and sisters who are suffering. I'm so happy I didn't sneeze. Like anybody, I would like to live, but I'm not concerned about that. I just want to do God's will, so I'm happy tonight. I'm not worried about anything. But that's the thing. You know, I never knew about this. I never even heard about it.
I think it's strong.
But it's
very
great.
strong.
Oh my gosh.
You know what's so strong about it? It's all focused on the sneeze.
On the sneeze.
He said, if I would have sneezed, I wouldn't have been here for this. If I would have sneezed, I wouldn't have been able to do this. If I would have sneezed, I wouldn't have made it to this. Something that we take, you know, something that somebody says, God bless you, could have actually killed me. Mm-hmm. Something that people, you know what I'm saying, actually, you know what I'm saying, attend to, you know what I'm saying, with a tissue, could have actually took me out. But it's all, you know what I'm saying, all relevance, you know what I'm saying, with just a sneeze.
Yeah.
And a sneeze, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, would have took him out.
But
thank God he didn't sneeze. Because he didn't sneeze, he was able to do so many things, you know what I'm saying, that he was able, you know what I'm saying, to turn around, you know what I'm saying, for us as a people, for us as a nation, and then we're still moving forward just because he didn't sneeze. I think that's amazing.
We need another Martin. We're gonna be the Martin Luther King. You ready?
Huh?
You ready to do some marching?
Okay.
We're gonna be the modern day Martin Luther King.
Okay.
You ready?
Go for it.
You ready?
Go for it.
We got the people watching. They ready.
I support him.
Y'all ready? Cause we about to go. We're gonna march on. We're gonna march on Washington again and get these things right.
Okay.
And sings "Hey Now."
Yeah.
Wade in the water.
Oh my goodness. Now it's time, you know what I'm saying, to get out the water. You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong? You can't just wait in it all your life. Plus your show. Oh, he said the show was dope, Martino.
Thank you. We appreciate that. Oh, God, I was talking about this. In Oprah Winfrey's speech last week, she talked about this lady called Reese Taylor.
What do you think about Oprah Winfrey's speech, though?
I mean, you know.
I don't.
You what?
I don't know.
No. I you know, I was talking to somebody about this the other day. You know, I understand that you might have been violating all that, and we talked about this last week too when you was like, you said something about that people don't have the strength or the power. Right. You know what I mean? I'm just like, yeah, but you make all this money, you get all this fame, and then now you want to be, you know what I mean, you want to be out there. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Okay.
Because it was worth. Because my thing is, it was worth your fame back then, but now it's not worth it. You know what I mean? Because you didn't speak about it because you wanted to make something. Most of these women that have been the ones that have come forward, at least the ones that we know, were mostly with celebrities. You know what I mean? Okay. When it first started with Bill Cosby. Right. You know what I mean? Mostly celebrities, but you know what I mean? You wanted your fame, so you didn't say nothing. But now all of a sudden you have.
Or maybe they was embarrassed.
Well, I don't know. I don't know what
because you know what I'm saying, when you deal with stuff like that,
because you're still embarrassed today.
Maybe not. You know what I'm saying? Maybe not. Come on.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question.
No, you're right. You're right. I'm understanding. I'm understanding. I just want to make sure.
Because what happened back then, I couldn't be embarrassed. Like I used to be embarrassed to tell people, you know what I'm saying, that listen, I used to be on a corner and I didn't say that then.
Right.
As well. Because I didn't want that perception of me. I had another Facebook page, you know what I'm saying, when it is not so polished as it is today.
Yeah, but
you know what? Hold on, but listen to this though. I wish I would have never got rid of that. You know why? Because I want us people to see my transformation. But now I talk about it because, you know what I'm saying? But
they don't even believe you. They don't even believe you.
I don't want them to believe me. People that grew up with me know.
But that's right. But I'm saying, but you try to tell people your story, you ain't went on no corner selling.
Exactly.
But I'm like, okay. Yeah, I was though, but they don't want to believe you though. I'm like,
okay.
So, well, how can I make you believe it?
You know, and the thing I did, you know what, and that's why, you know, so even going through this is a great topic. Even going through this summer, you know what I'm saying, with my ups and downs and relationship flaws and stuff like that. I keep that, and I'm glad this is on live TV, because people used to talk about how I used to speak of another young lady back then. But now, like I said, it's amazing when love will blindside you. It's amazing when things were blind, because I wasn't expecting this. Everybody knew I wasn't expecting, you know what I'm saying, to rekindle or reunite, you know what I'm saying, with anything. But now, you know what I'm saying, at the end of the day, look where I'm at.
Well, you wasn't expecting that, but you had the door open for
I didn't even have the door open. It happened when, you know, I didn't have the door open. Lord knows I didn't have the door open this summer.
That's true.
You know I didn't have this door open.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? And I was skeptical about it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was so skeptical about it. But as I allowed, you know what I'm saying, my guard and my defenses to be down, you know what I'm saying, things started happening. And I'm happy that it did happen. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it made so much of it. My kids are happier. You know what I'm saying? It feels good to wake up in the morning, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Dad? What's up, Pop? You know, to give my son a 5 and all that. You know, it's great to me. It's good to wake up, you know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, I've known this lady for 22 years and stuff like that.
Right.
But I didn't expect that this summer.
Right.
You know that.
Right.
I was in a whole different world. And my point of telling the story is, before we get sidetracked, people know my transformation as well. And that's what I wish I would have kept the old Facebook page as well, so people could see the transformation of things, you know what I'm saying, that has happened to me. You know what I'm saying? People, and that's what I'm saying, you know, so sometimes we want to take off for the negative. I'd rather you see the negative in me so you can see where God has brought me as well. So you can see, you know what I'm saying, okay, I remember when you used to do this and do this and do this. That's great. I'm happy you remember, because I want you to remember. But look what I'm doing now. So it shows that it is possible.
And those same people that saw you go from there to there should be the one saying, hey, man, you did good for yourself. You know what I mean? Because everybody don't want to see you do better than, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. You know what I mean? So you get those people around you that you gotta get the people around you that's positive, that's gonna keep pushing you to do better and better. Because, you know what I mean? Everybody has a limit, but you don't know your limit. You know what I mean? That's the one thing about people, we know humans. We know, you know, we think we know our limit, but our limit is way, way bigger than what we ever think of. You know what I mean? It's just about that thought being there. And once you have that thought being there, the sky is the limit. You know what I mean? And probably further than space if you want to go there. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, you know, that's where it starts. I mean, somebody you gotta have it somewhere. You have to have just what is the song? A hopeless a mustard. All you need is a mustard seed to have a thought. You know what I mean? That's all you need to move mountains. That's what it's a mustard. You know, all you need is a mustard seed, a mustard seed to move mountains.
Right,
you know
I agree with that.
And I totally believe in that, because it's got to start somewhere. But like I said, you got to have positive people around you trying to tell you that you're doing good or you're doing better. Right. Because ain't nothing worse than trying to do good for yourself and have people around you telling you ain't doing nothing.
And you know what?
Because all you're going to want to do is do nothing. You know what I mean? Or be angry at them once you get better and never want to have nothing to do with them. You know what I mean? You're speaking your truth. Why don't you think people would believe you?
Because sometimes people don't understand your transformation. Because even though you speak your truth, you can be like, listen, this is what I used to do, this is what I was about. I'm like, you know what? I don't see that in you. I don't see that in you. Because you know what? You know why people don't see that in you? Because, you know what I'm saying? Because when you survive certain things, sometimes you have the scars. But when you overcome certain things, you don't have the scars as well. Because if I've overcame, you know what I'm saying, certain situations in my life, I'm not supposed to look like what, you know what I'm saying, what I overcame, because I overcame it. But if I've survived something, sometimes I might have the battle scars. So it's the difference between surviving and overcoming certain things. And that's, you know what I'm saying, why people don't believe it. Because some people are addicted, you know what I'm saying, believe a lie more than the truth. If I said, listen, because sometimes now we look so polished in certain areas and certain aspects of our life, you won't believe that.
Believe it.
And that's what it really is.
So it was funny, because when I worked for this other hotel many years back,
I agree with you.
We had a uniform.
I agree with you, Martino.
We could wear casual to work. I mean, I was working in one department when I started, and we wore casual clothes to work. And then when I moved to the Bellman, we had a uniform, and I was a little thug then. You know, I wore baggy pants, big oversized shirt. My GM happened to see me coming in one day, and he was like,
"Sometimes I come in the dress today."
I almost didn't recognize you. What is this? And I was like, you know, I have my Timbs on. You know what I mean? And I was like, he never would have thought that I would be dressed like that. Right. You know what I mean? But you know what I mean? And I was just like, but it don't change nothing. You know what I mean? Just because I'm put on these clothes don't mean it changes anything. Exactly. Like who the person that you hire. You know what I mean? But with that being said, as I got older, I grew out of that style too, and now I'm about the more fitted and casual.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And we should evolve.
You should evolve, and I think that's what life is about. It's about growing up and changing certain things that you did as a kid or as a teenager or as a young adult up into a grown person. You know what I mean? And not to say that you're not gonna fall back and do those same things. Sometimes you're gonna do those same things again, but at least you know you're doing those same things again and they're wrong. Not say that they're wrong, but they're not right for you at that moment.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everything that you do, it can't be wrong. You know what I mean? It just may not be right for you at that moment. You know what I mean? And it has to be for you.
That's really good.
It has to be for you.
Exactly. It's not right for you at that moment.
Because everybody can tell you, oh, that's not right, it's not right, it's right. No, but if it's not right, only you can know what's right for you. Only you, and what's wrong for you. You know what I mean? Or not right for you at that moment.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah,
I agree with that 100%.
It's crazy that
transformation is an amazing thing. And sometimes we transform and we don't even know that we are transforming, you know what I'm saying, into something better, because this story, sometimes, you know what I'm saying, things we have and things we want to birth, and only, you know what I'm saying, was going to get birthed, you know what I'm saying, to get us to that certain point. And after we get to that certain point, we expected that to keep going. But it was only birthed to get us to that point so we could go to the next point and to the next journey, to the next excursion. And after we go to the next excursion, you know what I'm saying, everybody, you know what I'm saying, that walks with you ain't always meant to stay with you. Some people are only there for a season to walk with you for that moment to get you to that certain point. I always say we only see to the corner, but God sees around the corner.
All
you know what I'm saying? And around, all the way around the block. The things you think you know is the things you don't really know. We only assume as well. We're like, well, I think my life is going this. But man, I had a whole plan and a whole, you know what I'm saying, a schedule how my life is going to be this summer. But now look at here. I never would have thought. And I'm ecstatic.
And it's always good to have facts.
I'm ecstatic.
Have facts. You know what I mean? Because nothing more than
that time.
He says when we know better, we do better. You touched on it because this is your. Now Bertrand, he always says that. He always said that when we know better, we do better.
Do we?
And that is the key. But sometimes you need somebody to help you know better. You know what I mean? Or teach you how to know better. You know what I mean? Because sometimes
we know better and we still don't do better because we fall back into that stinking thinking. We fall back, you know what I'm saying?
Stinking thinking.
Because sometimes we fall back into being safe. You know what I'm saying? Because we are scared for our feelings to be touched, whether it be at work, whether it be marriage or job,
or just be scared in fear of what's behind the what's behind the corner.
Just because you know better don't mean you always do better. Sometimes we do, but that statement has too many holes in it. Just because you know better, you don't do better. Because, you know what I'm saying, we walk too safely. And we have to walk, and we have, exactly. And we have to walk, you know what I'm saying, with knowing, you know what I'm saying, that our steps are sustained. Not always ordered, but walk as knowing your steps are sustained. As you're walking, your steps are being sustained. Because when we walk in order, we walk with security.
Because I've been trying... So I'm having a big decision to make, and I'm trying to decide, do I just leap and jump into it? Because if I don't leap and jump into it, it's not going to happen. You know what I mean? And that's the thing. You know what I mean? And I don't want to put. So my thing is I don't want to put a little bit of time in that, a little bit here time, a little bit here time. I kind of want to jump in and do it. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way I know that I'm gonna have progress. You know what I mean? Because the more and more I keep putting the more I put a little here, the more further I get back. You know what I mean? So I could do a little here this weekend, and then, you know what I mean, I'll try a little bit, but I'm still falling back because I don't have 8 hours a day or 10 hours a day to work on it, because I know if I had to lay 10 hours a day to work on it, it'd be much bigger, much better, you know what I mean? Now I have to decide I want to do the fear that I have is, not working and just put my time into this, because this is what I believe in, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I still got to eat. I still got to pay rent.
Exactly.
I mean, my life I still got bills coming. You know what I mean? So those are the things I have to think about before I can say, hey, this is what I want. I can just do this.
Martino said something right here. He said we never big up each other. We never encourage. Well, he said we never encourage one another. If you're doing something great, we always talk about, but what if this happened? What if this happened? If you're doing something good, I'm going to give you like me and my wife, just start working on it, we just start reuniting. And anybody that will say, well, what happened before? I don't know what happened before. It's possible to find it's possible to find a new woman in the old woman, because the things she used to do, I don't see that no more, and it's like a whole new. I was even a little nervous, but once you know what I'm saying, give love a chance. You got to give love a chance at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not only to be able to give love, but also, you know what I'm saying, can you receive love at the end of the day? And that's what I would delete you off my page. I'm so serious. I would delete you and I would dismiss you, because at the end of the day, you should be happy for this. You should listen. You know what the comment should be? Brother, I'm happy for you. I encourage you to go forth as well. You know what I'm saying? Go forth. If this is what you believe in, go forth. Because you'll find out if it's not right.
And that's true, because I ran into a girl the other day who's working in the restaurant where I work, and I haven't heard from her in a while, and I'm going to this restaurant last week, and here she is working. I'm like, it's good for you. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Good for you.
You moved up. You're a bartender now. You know what I mean? You happy. You know what I mean? And that's, because I could have been, it could have went a whole different situation. Like, oh, that's what you want to do? You want to be a bartender?
Exactly.
You could have bartended somewhere else. You didn't have to be here. You know what I mean?
Nobody want to hear. And that's what, back to what we don't big up each other. We don't encourage one another.
Because nobody needs to hear that.
So negative.
I don't need to hear that. She don't need to hear that. All she needs to do, it was great seeing you. Good for you. You moved up. You know what I mean? That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Because if we keep pushing each other, we all get better. You know what I mean? And you get better by pushing somebody, because somebody's going to push you.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing. We got to start pushing each other, start pushing, and start making each other feel better during the,
exactly.
about what they doing. Because, everybody got these, I got an Instagram account. I got a Facebook account. Yeah, all those likes that y'all be giving and all that. Yeah, I don't count them. Yeah, you can like it if you want. I post it because I want to post it.
Exactly.
But you liking it is not going to change how I feel about the post that I made. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Or if you pay attention to it. You know what I mean? Because I know what you pay attention to. You know what I mean? So I'm not playing that game. You know what I mean? But as I said, you know what I mean? It's all about people being positive and pushing people up. That's right. It. What's up, Tag?
Step out on faith and
Appreciate
believe
that,
and
man.
help somebody by telling them congrats and keep up the great work.
That's
I
it.
agree with you.
That's it.
I'm learning that if
you want to jump share that with those will support you. They may not agree, which is not what you need. Listen, I'm planning on a big jump. Y'all are the parachute I need. That's true.
I agree with that.
That's true. Let people know you can do it. That's
exactly.
true.
Exactly.
That's totally true.
You can do
Appreciate
this.
that, Bertrand.
I agree with that. I'm 100% with you, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's great. We need more people to be more supporters instead of people being so exhausting us so much.
But also supporting people that a lot of things people don't understand. The people that you work around for 8 hours a day, you spend more time with those people than you do with anybody else.
We do.
So make those people feel good. Learn about their life, make them feel good about what they're doing.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that morale spreads.
Right.
And it spreads and it spreads and it spreads. But that's how we're going to make this change that we're talking about. You're just spreading the word, just spreading the good out to each other. That's it. Because everybody want to do it. I think everybody wants to do it.
Melody, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in.
Because it's funny. I be talking. People walking by every morning. You know what I mean? And I can talk to my guests, and I can tell you when I'm talking to one guest for 5 minutes. At least 5 people don't walk by and say hello to me or good morning to me that morning.
Exactly.
I say good morning to them, and like, well, God, everybody. Like, no,
that's
but
right,
I'm here. But I'm here every morning, and I see the same people every morning. So why can't I say hello to you? If I see you every morning for a year,
exactly.
Why can't I say good morning?
I'm not a statue.
Doing? You know what I mean? I'm not gonna kill you. I'm not gonna stalk you. I'm just saying good morning. That's it. Make sure you're having a good day. That's all. And put a smile on your face. That's
exactly.
it.
Okay.
And keep going and put it on somebody else's face.
All right.
Well, guys, I think we've hit that hour. We're going to end the show right now.
Right.
But thank you guys for tuning in.
Thank you for tuning in.
And giving your thoughts and your comments. We do appreciate that. We have a back and forth conversation and keep the conversation going. Like I said, always say every week, share this with your friends so your friends can share with their friends. Exactly. And like I said, once we all get together, we can make that march and get this big thing started that we want to do. It's called change. All right? And as I always say, be good to each other and to the rest of the world. But be good to yourself, and then you can be good to each other.
Exactly.
All right?
I just want to shout out, to Mika, I love you. I'll see you when you get home.
Love you, boo.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Please enjoy when you're out there in Punta Cana. See you when you get back and have an amazing time.
Thanks, guys, for the great show. We appreciate that. We'll see you guys next week for another episode of Live TV Reality Sucks. Don't forget to tune in next Thursday, baby, 7:30. I'll remind you during the week. Right. You guys have a good weekend. Peace out.